Floods are one of the most destructive natural disasters faced by humankind. They occur almost every year in different parts of the world and create widespread damage. While floods are often seen as a humanitarian disaster, their impact on the economy is equally serious. Floods do not only wash away homes and agricultural land, but also destroy businesses of all sizes. Whenever a flood strikes, shops, offices, and factories are forced to shut down. Stored goods, machinery, and documents get damaged. Workers are unable to reach their workplaces and customers stop buying products and services. In other words, floods bring the entire cycle of business to a sudden halt. Floods have both short-term and long-term impacts. In the short term, businesses lose their daily income and face immediate financial struggles. In the long term, many businesses are forced to close permanently because they cannot recover from the heavy losses. This has a chain reaction on society as well, because when businesses suffer, employment decreases, and the government also loses revenue. For example, in 2018, the Kerala floods in India caused an estimated loss of around Rs 30,000 crore. Thousands of small shopkeepers, hotels and factories were destroyed, and many could not reopen even after the water receded. Similarly, in 2022, the Pakistan floods created damage worth billions of dollars, leaving businesses in ruins. Thus, the economic losses caused to businesses due to floods is a subject worth studying in detail, as it concerns not only the business owners but also the employees, customers, and the entire economy. Introduction to flood impacting businesses. Several studies and reports have been conducted by researchers, governments, and international organizations to measure the economic losses due to floods. According to the World Bank, floods are one of the costliest natural disasters in terms of economic losses. Developing countries suffer the most because they do not have strong infrastructure or financial safety nets. Small and medium enterprises, SMEs, are particularly vulnerable because they do not have enough savings to restart operations after disasters. The United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, UNDR, highlights that flood losses are not only direct but also indirect. Direct losses include damage to property, buildings, machines, vehicles, and goods. Indirect losses include reduced production, supply chain disruptions, and loss of consumer confidence. In India, reports by the National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA, have shown the heavy impact of floods on cities and states. For example, the 2005 Mumbai floods disrupted the entire financial capital of the country, leading to losses worth thousands of crores in industries, banks, and stock markets. Similarly, the 2013 Uttarakhand floods wiped out several local businesses, including shops, hotels, and transport services, which were dependent on tourism. Review of literature. The importance of this study lies in understanding how floods affect the economy beyond just visible destruction. When businesses suffer, the entire society feels the impact. Job losses. When factories and shops close down, thousands of workers lose their jobs. Reduced production. Factories produce less, leading to shortages of goods in the market. Price rise, inflation. Due to shortage of supply, prices of essential goods rise. GDP loss, businesses pay less tax and the government earns less revenue, which slows down the growth of the country. Therefore, this topic is highly significant for policymakers, business owners, and citizens. Governments must create better flood management systems, introduce disaster insurance, and provide relief packages. Businesses must plan for emergencies by storing backup goods, protecting digital data, and creating disaster recovery funds. Significance of study. Create a 6-minute video including all the information given in the script. Disaster Risk Reduction, UNDR, highlights that flood losses are not only direct but also indirect. Direct losses include damage to property, buildings, machines, vehicles, and goods. Indirect losses include reduced production, supply chain disruptions, and loss of consumer confidence. In India, reports by the National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA, have shown the heavy impact of floods on cities and states. For example, the 2005 Mumbai floods disrupted the entire financial capital of the country,